Arsenal youngster Gabriel Martinelli hasn't been playing much recently, only being involved in Arsenal's last 4 out of 10 games. He's apparently healthy, so what exactly is going on? To understand that, let's go back to the starting of the sequence of events after he returned. So he came back from a long-term knee injury about a month early. He was originally, according to the Arsenal medical staff release, supposed to come back to full training around late December. He actually got back in early December. And then he progressed quite quickly back to the first team, only playing in one half of the under-23s before being called up to the first team. That raised an eyebrow for me for 2 reasons. One, it's a quick progression. But secondly, manager Mikel Arteta has shown a very conservative approach typically when it comes to bringing players back from long-term injuries. For example, Reece Nelson and most notably Emile Smith-Rowe. However, in this case, Martinelli came back very quickly, and that may have been because Arteta needed a spark for a team that was struggling during that December run of games. So once Gabi gets back, he plays in multiple games in succession, but then during a warm-up in which he was slated to start the match, he ends up turning inversion ankle sprain, which sets off, for me, an immediate red flag, because turning an ankle a non-contact injury during a low to moderate session, which is a warm-up tells me that the player might be having some neuromuscular deficits, which can certainly come from too fast of a progression and playing too many games. So with that in mind, after that ankle sprain, you see an inflection point with Gabriel Martinelli's minutes, and it's not because of the ankle injury itself, because we know it was a mild grade 1 injury, but from a medical perspective, I believe that Arteta course corrected. He realized that he was being too aggressive with Martinelli, and that ankle sprain for him was that inflection point, and therefore he has to now kind of rein back on Martinelli's minutes. And especially in the case with Gabi, who like Tierney is a player who goes 100% at all times, you have to be even more conservative with a player like that to protect their long-term interests. To that point, this is actually a good sign for me from manager Arteta that he has Martinelli's best interests at heart in the long term rather than sacrificing him in the short term. And that's exactly what you want to hear if you're an Arsenal fan or just a fan of player development.